Today we'll be discussing the proper installation procedure for Click-Bond CB9715 adhesively bonded studs. These 3/16 stainless steel studs come in a variety of lengths. They have an internal fixture to secure the fastener to the substrate while the adhesive cures. For studs greater than 2 inches, there's an external fixture as well as an internal fixture. Let's begin. In order to properly bond CB9715 series studs, you'll need a CB106 static mixing tip. You'll need CB420-50E adhesive. You'll need CB100-81 manual adhesive dispenser and a 36 grit fiber disc, which will help you achieve a surface finish of 11. Let's get started. First, what we'll do is we'll take our CB911, which is our solvent wipe. And what we'll do is we will go to our substrate and we will pull the wipe in one direction, cleaning the area that we want to abrade to. I'm simply rotating the pad each time, and you can see that I am removing dirt, debris from the area that I want to bond to. And you'll notice that I'll flip over each time and I'm pulling in one direction and I'm removing any surface debris. We remove that prior to grinding because we don't want to grind and penetrate or push the dirt into the substrate. Now that I have a clean surface, I'll go to my 36 grit and I'll abrade a 3-inch diameter location. I next will go back with my solvent wipe, CB911, and I will pull in one direction, again, removing any surface debris on the area that I'd like to bond to. I fold the wipe, exposing a clean surface, rotate, pull in one direction, pull in one direction. Now I have a perfectly good area to bond to, and I'll go to the stud. I'll find a clean portion on my solvent wipe, and I'll wipe and activate the epoxy primer that's on the base of the CB9715 stud. And I'll actually wipe it and set it aside not to contaminate it. Next, I'll go ahead and get my adhesive ready. I have the CB100-81 dispenser. In order to properly install the plunger into the dispenser, you need to press this tab up on the back, slide it all the way back, and as you actuate the handle, it'll push the adhesive forward. Again, push the handle up, pull the slide all the way back. Then I'll go to my CB420-50E adhesive. I always check the expiration date prior to using it. It says August 18th, 2021. I'll remove the protective cap off the back of the cartridge, and I make sure that I line the small side up of the adhesive to the small side on the manual adhesive dispenser. I'll set this into the slot, lock this in place, and then I'll go to the bag that the adhesive came in, or any bag, quarter turn the cap off, apply the adhesive into the bag, making sure that both components are flowing out. Once I know that both parts are flowing out, I'll put my static mixing tip on, CB106. This just presses on and quarter turns and locks into place. Then I'll simply squeeze the handle, which will pre-mix the adhesive. I'll go back to my bag and I'll draw out a bead of adhesive. Now I'm ready to bond. I'll remove the internal fixture tape. I apply a generous amount of adhesive, a consistent bead all the way around the base of the stud. I go down to my substrate and I'll locate and I'll press the stud down, forcing any air bubbles out, and I'll hold it for 3 seconds. And that's how you properly bond a CB9715 internally fixtured stud. For the externally fixtured stud, I'll do the same surface preparation. This time I'll go to the external fixture, remove the temporary holding tape. Same thing with the internal fixture. Remove the temporary holding tape. Apply my adhesive. Around the base of the stud. Go down to my cleaned substrate and I'll set the base down and I'll press the outside rectangle of the external fixture, and then I'll go through and I'll press the internal rectangular portion and snap that down. And this applies constant pressure to the bond line until the structural adhesive is cured. That's the proper procedure for installing a click-bond CB9715 adhesively bonded stud. For more information, contact Infasco 856-662-7660.